The box says it, but is it true? Can you really not perform any filter maintenance on a Fluval FX4 for 6 months? We're going to find that out in this video. So about a year ago I bought a Fluval FX4, and before that I was using one of those generic white Sun canister filters, and it lasted about a year, and then it destroyed the entire underside of my stand and some of the tile in my house. See that video? There will be a link below. But let's check out how the water's doing now that I haven't cleaned this filter for 6 months. On first appearance it looks great. We're standing about 10 feet away right now, and it looks crystal clear, and it still does even when you get up to it until about now. Now you can see that the water is clear, but there's little particles floating everywhere in the water column, all up at the top, in the middle, down to the bottom. What's up, Morpheus? So, that's a little bit of an issue. And to prove that, I haven't cleaned it in 6 months. Look at this dust. That's some crazy dust. So we're going to open this up. I'm going to show you how to clean this filter. And also, we're going to see what it looks like after not being cleaned for 6 months. Alright, I'm going to clean this tank in 3 parts. The first part is I'm going to suck out all the gravel, move the decorations around, and suck all that. Part 2 is cleaning the filter. I'm going to do a 50% water change for part 1, and then I'm going to clean the filter in my bathtub so you guys can see how gross it really is. I'm going to let the filter sit there for a day, clean up all the debris in the water, and then re-clean it. I'm going to use this python here to suck out the gravel. It's a game changer, guys. Complete game changer. Imagine just sucking out all of the water that you put into your buckets and move to the toilet or the bathtub or the garden and just sucking it through this hose across your kitchen floor from wherever your tank is into the sink. Before we go on with this video, I just want to say thank you to all the returning subscribers and then give a nice warm welcome to all the new viewers out here. If you like this video, please just like the video and consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it. All that's going to do is allow you to know when I post new videos. Now let's get on to the rest of the tank. Alright, so I only ended up sucking up half of the gravel and siphoning what was in there out because, as you see, the tank got really messy. I forgot how much the plants actually hold for debris. So if anybody knows a way to take these out of the aquarium without making it a mess, please just let me know in the comments. So it's the next day, and now I'm going to clean the filter. I wanted to wait like a good little while, a good 24 hours or so, just to let the water mix in. I didn't want to crash the cycle, because I am doing an intensive cleaning, and some of you guys might want to sit down for this next part. Just saying. Here we are the next day. It's a little bit better, but you still have all these particles in here. I didn't clean the filter. I do just want to specify that I have done water changes on this aquarium in the last 6 months. The only thing I did not maintain was the filter. So let's get into cleaning that filter. Alright, so in order to clean the filter, you must unplug it. I like to mark all my wires with what they are before I hook it up. So unplug it. And then right here you have these valves. You just want to turn those to the off position, which will be horizontal, just like so on both of them. And then right here on the sides, oh, got a wire tangled, you have these little buttons. You're going to press those and lift up. Like, oh, it's hard to do with one hand. You might need 2 hands to do this. Let's see. Press the button, and there it comes. Now the water shut off. Whatever's left in will stay stuck, but no big deal. Just try not to get it on the electrical, because electricity don't work. And I'll see you in the bathroom in a second. So here we are at the bathtub. We're going to open this up. But first, one thing you're going to need other than the filter in the bathtub is bleach. You need bleach to clean the bathtub afterwards, because you don't want to bathe in this, because that's gross. Taking the top off is super easy. You just take these and you loosen them all the way around. Then you just take them and you push them over the edge like so. Now for the part that everybody's been waiting for. what the inside of this filter looks like. Once you got all these things pulled off, the top just comes right off, like so. And here we are. You know, it's really not, it's like pretty gross, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm actually very impressed. Obviously, it's not doing the best job at filtering the tank because there's a bunch of little particles in the tank, but that's what cleaning it's for. So now you just want to take out the centerpiece, if you can, with one hand. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty gross, guys. And then you're just going to want to pour out the water that's in here, down the drain, and then we'll get to cleaning that. See why you want the bleach? The next steps are the parts where some of you are going to want to sit down, because not tank water. For those of you who don't know why it not being tank water that I'm using is a bad thing, is it's probably going to kill all of the beneficial bacteria within this filter. But just wait till you see these filter pads and consider that the tank water is very well established and half of it is still filthy. Looking at this now, I retract my previous statement. It's pretty bad. But now we're joined with Billy. What's up, Bill? Alright, taking this apart's pretty easy. You just take these red things, push them out, and they fall out the bottom. You're going to remove these here. Pretty gross. This comes right out. Alright, the bottom rack, same thing. You get two red sponges, you just pull them out, and then you have a top on here that has biological media. I'm going to leave this one the way it is, but heart attack time. I'm just going to rinse these out. I'm not going to go too extensive on those. I just gave them that quick little rinse, and then the ones that are not rinsed are underneath that. They're both currently right here inside of the canister. But now we're going to give a very thorough rinse to these red sponges. Here's a little comparison of a clean one versus a not clean one. Pretty obvious. I rinse this out obviously, but then these just fit in like this. See you after that. Alright, once you get your sponges back in their spots, you're going to have this tray here with your biological media. You're going to take the one you did not rinse and put it into the other one. And on top of this one, just going to lay that. And add that sponge that we just rinsed off. And place this one on top. You want to get these lined up right here because that's where this goes. And you see it has a little bit of a bend to it. That goes to the inside. Just put it right here, come up, and it'll snap right in. Just got to do that to both sides. Now all your biological, mechanical, and chemical filtration, I say chemical because this is a carbon pad, is all clean. You just want to place it in here. It's super simple. You just choose one side, either this side or this side. You slide it over this pipe. If I can do it with one hand and you got two, it's just fine. And now, I'm going to fill it with more chlorinated water. Now that it's all in there, you just put the cap on, slide these things back up over the edge, and tighten them down. Alright, we got it all hooked up. When you're hooking yours up, just remember when it says in and out, it means in and out of the filter. All that's left to do is to plug in the filter and wait, because as you see, the light is off and I have a really old light. So every once in a while when I bump it or accidentally unplug it, I have to wait a little while before it turns back on. Don't forget to turn on the valves. We came across an issue. I couldn't get the FX4 running again, but we rigged up something not really going to filter the tank, but it will allow fish to breathe I'll just have to keep up on water changes until I figure out what's wrong with that Fluval FX4. So first things first, we got the 20-gallon canister from Seiche hooked up in here, right there. We also got the wave maker in there just to disturb the top of the water a little bit more. And I got my internal filter running, so I got the bubbles down there throwing bubbles. It's being filtered. It's getting air. It's just not the preferred method. We're going to try to fix the Fluval FX4 or Fluval, however you want to say it. And that will probably be the next video on how we got that going. So until next time, guys, peace.